Hey guys, it's Bub here, and in this video we're taking a look at the sequel to Windows XP Epsilon Edition, known as Windows Vista Epsilon. This ISO was recommended to me by one of you guys in the comments of my previous video. Now, Windows Vista Epsilon is publicly available on the Internet Archive, and it was developed by this developer right here, so all credit goes to them for creating this mod. After 2 years of development, it's finally here, the sequel of Windows XP Epsilon. It is based on Windows Vista, and it attempts to recreate the release candidate experience with touches, consistency fixes, and quality of life changes. The ISO itself does have Beta 1 in it, so this could still be considered a beta release, so we'll keep that in mind as we go into taking a look at this ISO. But I'm really excited to take a look at this, because we took a look at Windows XP Epsilon, I don't even remember how long ago, and I'm so glad that a follow-up is here. So thank you to whoever recommended this to me in the comments of my last video, and thank you to this developer for creating this build. So let's go ahead and jump into our virtual environment and boot it up and see what happens. It would help if I put the ISO in the VM, but let's give this another shot. Now, unlike a lot of mods that we take a look at, this is actually Windows Vista at its core. This isn't Windows 10 designed to look like Windows Vista. It is actually Windows Vista modified to become this unique Epsilon edition. And that shows off right here immediately. Copyright 2006, Microsoft Corporation, all rights reserved. The release versions of Windows Vista don't say all of that. And here we are in the setup screen. So let's go ahead through. It should ask us, I do wonder if it's going to ask us for a product key. I'm interested. Yep, it will. And luckily we can still skip this. So no, I don't want to enter a product key. We're just going to bypass this for now. It should then ask us to pick what drive we want Windows installed on. I lied about that. First we actually have to accept the terms. Now we can pick the drive, and now we're installing. So we'll let this run, and we'll see if we're brought into an out-of-box experience, or if we're brought into the desktop. Alright, and it did bring us into an out-of-box experience, so I will go ahead and give us a name. We'll leave the default profile picture, the default wallpapers, time zone's fine. We'll continue right through that. And one thing I have noticed, and maybe this is just a Windows Vista thing that I haven't used it in so long, it takes a ridiculous amount of time for things like this to actually apply. Like in Windows 10 and Windows 11, clicking next would never take this long. It just kind of sits here with a spinning wheel until it actually loads, and it's a lot of time to get through some of these, especially a few screens prior. And naturally, of course, we are going to do the Windows computer performance check, because what else could take more time? Alright, and here we are on the desktop of Windows Vista Epsilon Edition. Again, keeping in mind that this is still a Beta 1 build of the operating system that is publicly available on the Internet Archive. So I'm going to go ahead and first let's take a look at the changelog and credits. This gives us a very nice description. It is a Vista SP2 mod intended to fix inconsistency, give RC a late Beta 2 feel while keeping the RTM aspects. It fixes stuff and adds new icons that are not present on Windows Vista. It is Beta 1, the public release. It is a new release for everyone. And as we scroll through this, you can see a ton of things that have been changed. And then there's also some internal builds that have not been publicly released. But again, to reiterate, this is a public release. Scrolling down here are the credits to everybody that put effort into this build. So thank you to all of these users, including the people who were able to put together the wallpapers for this ISO. So let's go ahead and jump into it. On the desktop, all by default, we have the recycle bin and that changelog and credits document. Over on the right side, we do have the Windows Vista widgets bar, which by default on this mod contains a slideshow, a clock, and an RSS feed, but we don't have any RSS feeds configured naturally. Then moving down to the actual taskbar, we have our system time, we have our volume, we have our currently connected to network, we have the Windows sidebar, we have safe for remove hardware, Windows security alerts telling us that automatic updates are turned off, rightfully so, and then we have Bluetooth devices. Moving over to the left-hand side, we have our switch between Windows button, our show desktop button, which does hide the sidebar, and then we also have our start menu. Within the start menu, we have Internet Explorer, Windows Mail, the Welcome Center, Media Center, Ultimate Extras. I won't read through this list, but again, this is Windows Vista Ultimate, so it comes jam-packed with really everything you could think of for Windows Vista. I mean, just looking down this list, I mean, all of these accessories, all of the extras and upgrades that we have here that come with Windows Vista Ultimate. We have all sorts of games, including Purple Place, Minesweeper, Tinker, Hold'em, ones that regularly didn't come with the normal version of Windows Vista. Then, of course, we have our maintenance folder and nothing in our startup folder. But I mean, this really is somehow less bloated than Windows 10 and Windows 11 today, because at least these are all programs that, while are not necessary to run the operating system, I wouldn't call them bloatware or adware. I mean, sure, there's stuff on here I would never use, but it's not like Windows 11 today. Microsoft, go back and take some notes. This is just feature filled and not bloatware filled, to say the least. Let's go ahead into the computer, and we can see that, wow, we are using quite a lot of disk space. And I didn't even install VMware Tools. I know it's in the CD drive, but I didn't install it. This is using 21.4 gigs on a 40 gig disk, so we have 18.5 gigs free. I guess that's not terrible, but it is a lot for a Windows Vista installation, I believe. I don't remember exactly what vanilla Windows Vista is installed, but I know Windows 11 is about this size. Again, I could be wrong. I could be totally wrong on how big Windows 11 is. I haven't done a clean install of that in forever. That is an impressive amount of space to be used by Windows Vista, which is now almost 20 years old. Going into the Windows Task Manager, let's take a look at our processes. So nothing really too major running under processes. Pretty amazing. Services, typical things I don't see. I mean, from a quick look, anything immediately standing out to me. And then as for CPU and RAM usage, we're using idling 4 to 5%, 2% CPU usage, so typical CPU usage for Windows. And then we're using 998 megs, so almost a gig of RAM on 8 gigs of RAM on this system. And that's been pretty consistent since we opened Task Manager, which is pretty impressive. Let's go ahead and take a look at a few other objectives. So going into properties, again, we can see this is Windows Vista Ultimate. It did give us a 1.0 Windows Experience Index. Let's go ahead and take a look at WinVer, and it does just say Windows Vista Ultimate. I anticipate that in future builds this will become Windows Vista Epsilon. Again, I don't have any contact with the developer, I'm just assuming, but again, it does still say Windows Vista Ultimate there. Let's take a look at some of these wallpapers. One thing I did notice, though, right-clicking, is that the spacing between these context menu items has increased, and also there's Play Motion Desktop, which I don't believe was in regular Vista. But yeah, we can see that there are quite a lot of wallpapers here in Windows Vista Epsilon. I mean, some of these I'm sure probably came with Windows Vista, or at least beta builds of Vista, but I haven't seen them. I mean, this is actually pretty cool, just the amount of wallpapers. It would be nice to have these kind of options in Windows 11, 10, but unfortunately they don't ship us with this many individual wallpapers, which is disappointing to say the least. We can come back through and take a look at these a little later, but we'll go ahead and let's leave it on this one for now. I do like that one. So with that being said, this was a very brief overview of Windows Vista Epsilon Edition. Again, this is a public beta 1 build, so keep in mind this is going to change over time and become an even better version of what we took a look at today. If you like this video, make sure to drop a like and subscribe if you're new around here, as I do all kinds of different technology videos, including device restorations. Let me know what you think about this ISO down in the comments below, and please suggest any other ISOs you want me to take a look at, as I love doing viewer recommended videos. In fact, this was a viewer recommended video. So with that being said, thank you for watching. I'll see you all in the next one.